Hi, Ananta.
Hey, how's it
Hey,
going?
good, good. So, question.
Yes.
Um, so since the essence of who we are is everywhere, and that these bodies we have are just vehicles to take us through time and space in the world of duality.
Hmm.
In your case, where there's no identification with the mind or the body, I'm just curious. Do you have a sense of being everywhere all the time, or being in more than one place at the same time, since there's no time per se when we're just presence?
Well, all of that seems to refer to someone, you
Right.
see? And in this case, no one is there. So there's no sense of anything. Everything just is. So there's just this continuum. Um, Now, when I look at you, when I don't feel any separation between us. I don't feel any separation here. I don't feel any separation there. Everything is just one. All of it is just one. All of the experiences, be they pleasurable or painful, are just one. They're just the same, you see. Everything is the same. In the mind, there's discrimination and there's distinction between this and that, between what you like and what you don't like, what's pleasure, what's pain, all of that. This is the mind's job, but it's got nothing to do with me. So I don't have, you see, it's not like I'm sitting back going, oh yes, I'm one with everything now. I feel complete unicity with blah, 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 blah. I feel there's no I. So there's none of that relating to it. Now, I could look back and I could answer you and say, yes, that's what it is. But it would be deceptive because there's no one experiencing anything. Everything just is. So it's basically, it doesn't go that far. When you experience something, then you have an experience. And then you relate to it through your separation, you see. It doesn't go that far. Everything just is. I could look at it and say, well, yes, there's unicity with everything in the, in the whatever. I don't feel any separation. But you see, the idea of feeling separation or feeling union with everything, all those infer separation, you see, because there's someone relating to it as an experience. So all of this is pre-experience. All of this is everything just is, or that I am without anything attached to it. And as soon as it becomes an experience, there's something attached to it. So it's not that. Did that answer it?
Hmm. Interesting. So if I'm having just a sense of boundarylessness, like through a meditation or just sitting quietly, that's still an individual having that experience. There's still an I having that experience. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
It's an experience, you see. So it's still locked in there. There's still that sense of experience is personal, isn't it?
right. But you're having experiences all the time, are you not?
There are experiences, but no one claims them. No one has them. Okay, so there's stuff going on all the time, but that's not where I live, you see. There's stuff going on, experiences are happening, sensations are happening, thoughts arise, feelings arise. All of that has nothing to do with me. The sense of I am is void of all separation. There's just a sense of connection with that. I am that. There's just a sense of pure connection, but without anyone connecting, because no one is there. There's just unicity with everything. And I'm putting it into words, but there's no words for it. So everything that you're talking about and the experiences that you're having are still connected. They're still connected with your sense of yourself. When no one is there, no one connects, no one even, it doesn't arise to experience it or to make note of it, because everything just is. It's a big, huge tent, bigger than any mind could capture, of everything just is, of complete oneness. It's just like that hum, just like that hum. It's just everything, you see. It's just everything. It's in everything. It is everything. You see, there's nothing there, but it's everything. It's very impossible to put into words. And all these words are for, for you to understand. And understanding is a process of an individual, right? Based upon discrimination. But when you live beyond that discrimination, then who's going to point out, who's going to notice that everything is one, that there's unicity with everything? I'm putting it into words for you so that you can point in the right direction toward what is reality. But reality itself does not have any distinctions. So there's nothing to grab onto there. And there's no experiences can happen, but the experience is not what it is. Just like there's now, this moment of now, but your experience of now brings now into the past. You see, it's pre-experience. Mhm. Did that answer it?
Somewhat. I think so. But so let me then ask you, are you saying then the sense of I am, or the sense of I am that, cannot be experienced?
No, it can be experienced, but the experience is not what it is. Mhm. Yeah, the experience,
Right. Okay. Yeah, get that. Yeah.
the experience is not what it is. That
Right.
sense of I am, it predates experience. Experience brings it into the past. Okay. It takes time for your brain to process what happened. And then it puts it into something that you can understand, which requires distinction. But in that I am, that pure I am, that Om that just continues through everything, no one is there. No one's there to experience it. The experience only comes after the fact and brings it into the realm of a body-mind understanding, or, becoming aware of it. There's something to be said for being aware of your existence in the pure sense. There's something to be said for that, but the personal awareness of it is not what it is. So it's all right. Now you're having glimpses. You are having very nice, solid glimpses of what it is, but the glimpses are not what it is. You see? The glimpses are just when your mind is able to touch it. And whatever your mind touches is not it, because your mind can only touch that which has distinction. And what it is has no distinction. Okay? So it's all right. You're having glimpses. You're getting a feel for it. But when you simply let go and fall into that place, then there's no more distinction. There's no more me. There's no more sense of understanding or experiencing. You see, that may come after the fact, but even if it comes after the fact, nobody cares. So I go through my life, my daily life, and all there is what it is. Everything just is. Everything just is. The body mind does whatever it needs to do. Different feelings arise, different actions happen. No one thinks it has anything to do with them. It just goes on. And basically, there's just a sense of being with everything as it is. But you know what? No one even makes note of it. No one even experiences it. Oh, yeah, after the fact, I can tell you the story. I'm just telling you a story so that you can be pointed in the direction of what I am talking about. But I can tell you that everything that you've understood with your mind is not what it is. And I say this quite frequently. That's not what it is, because everything you can understand with your mind, everything you can experience, all the knowledge you have accumulated requires distinction. And that which is everything, loses distinctions. There cannot be a distinction there, or it would not be everything. It would be something. Minds are good for something, for understanding something, but not good for understanding everything, because everything cannot be understood. Only things with distinctions can be understood. So all of your experiences, all of your knowledge are locked in the world of separation or illusion. They're lost in the dream. So that's not what it is, but it points you in the right direction, and you're having glimpses. But what would be nice is if you could just rest in one of those glimpses and not experience it, just be it, without anyone being it. Just be it as it is. Everything just is, you see. Everything just is. This is so simple. Everything just is. It just is. And you just rest in that. It just is. No one tries to figure it out. No one understands it. I only bring these concepts into play during satsang. Outside of satsang, I'm just being. I'm just being. It's unremarkable. I'm just being. No one is involved. No one is involved. And the only thing that is remarkable about it is the level of peace that there is. But it's only remarkable when someone notices it, which doesn't really happen. Except when I bring it up here, I go, oh, yeah, that's what it is. But you see, it's not what you imagine in your mind, because your mind is only imagining or understanding that which has distinction. That with no distinction, none of this arises at all. So there's just that sense of being. You can imagine, like, if you're in a deep meditation, or even if you're just in deep sleep, where you're not even aware that you exist. You don't know anything anymore. No one is analyzing. No one is even experiencing. Everything just is, you see, that quiet, that stillness, everything just is. That's it. That's it. And no one is having a glimpse or an experience. You're only aware of your deep sleep when you wake up and you go, oh, yeah, you weren't there at all. You see, you weren't even there for that. But you know what happened. You know what happened. So that's what this is. That's what this is. And there's still a body mind, so there's still cognition of things, but no one is making a remark, oh, I had this experience, because no one cares, you see. Everything just is very simple, and no one gets involved with it, and no one, you're having glimpses, and every time you have a glimpse and make note of it, that's involvement with the personal experience. That's all. It's totally fine, but let yourself fall back into that thing that you've turned into a glimpse, and just rest in it for a while. Just rest in it like it was a deep meditation. Don't try and figure it out. Don't get involved with the experience, because it's so simple. It's so ordinary. It's so peaceful. You see, peaceful is just not doing anything. Not doing anything is the most peaceful thing in the world. Just being is peaceful. And that's the thing that is remarkable when there's someone to remark upon it. But prior to that, it's just simple being. Now, let's see if that helped at all.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, no, that clarifies.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. It's all right. You know, it's like I get the sense that you're very much aligning with what it is. Uh-huh. And as soon as you stop aligning with what it is, and what it is just becomes the predominant thing, then it'll be so simple that you'll laugh that you tried to get to it, you see, because it's all there is. And so every now and then you are lucky enough to have a glimpse. But I'll bet that right now you're able to just sit without a thought. I'll bet that can happen. And when that happens, there it is, you see? And when no one picks up on that silence and says, that's it,
Mhm.
then that's all there'll be, you see. And it's only when there's enough of a me left, and enough of a focus and attachment of a me, that can grab it and try and claim it, or try and experience it, or think that experience is something, you see. It's not something. Nothing is something. Something is just this dream. So it's fine. But right now, I feel you and many of you are able to just sit, and there's no mind. I don't know about you, but that's why I used to go to Satsang, because in that presence, there was no mind. Everything was still. So
For sure.
there you are. That's the place. It's not remarkable. The only thing that is remarkable is when you personally notice it. But it's really simple. So continue with that, and then notice how you make claim of it and give it attributes, and start thinking that there's something that's going on, because nothing is going on ever. Everything just is. It's so simple. It's so simple that you couldn't possibly do it. And as soon as you start doing something, that's not what it is. So it's okay. You just continue. I have a feeling you're manipulating yourself to point in the right direction. Just continue. Just continue. Yeah,
Great, thank you.
you bet.